Right, so I've just got an incredibly simple program running here. It's literally taking modern post names out of Reddit and conjuring a response using ChatGPT Mini and firing it into a WordPress blog. That's how simple it is. It just does a few things, like I can do a search on keywords, and it has a very basic memory about what it's done before and a very basic test to make sure it's not adding -2 or -3 or whatever at the end of a post, which is doing their slug mismatch, and it randomizes the time of the post a bit between sort of 24 hours either way, and I can set it to go last week, last month, last hour, as in the Reddit API Python setup. And what does that actually achieve? Well, in terms of Google, not very much. We're just looking at this. So as you can see, 9 times out of 10 you get a Bing search engine coming in, because Bing just doesn't, is either much more sort of left field in terms of understanding. Its rank brain in terms of Google isn't quite as succinct, or Google's just much better at detecting OpenAI generated content, which is probably much more likely. So I can't believe that Bing are that far behind with all their close involvement with OpenAI anyway. So if you look at something like this, it found this result. I'm just using stack counter because it's easier to spot. Connaught Bar, presumably they're talking about the bar in the Connaught Hotel. Obviously there's all the top London websites, and as you can see, there's searchlondon.co.uk. That website's only been around a couple of months max, probably not even that long, maybe 6 weeks, and yet just through the dumbest posts regarding, I mean literally I just set it up to do, I might do a search through restaurants or food or something on Reddit and put the keyword of London in, or put the keyword of all the boroughs, so I'll pick up like, you know, Fulham or Kensington or whatever, and post them all to the WordPress blog. So you can sort of tweak it here and there, and then you make sure you change the dates. So let's put it, say if you're doing the last week down here, where are we there, then you might put it 3 days either way of posting, so it gives the feeling that they're being posted all the time, just using the post date setup inside of WordPress. Very simple, and yet you can get some sort of result, as we can see there. Sorry, get the right page, there it is. I mean, Connaught Bar, you would have thought was a pretty highly contested term even on Bing, and okay, we're right down the bottom of the page below the Connaught and the world's 50 best restaurants, all the rest of it. But the simple truth is, with a few extra tweaks here and there, in other words, tweaking it in terms of the actual search term, like, you know, bringing Connaught in as a search term and searching everything on Reddit to do with it, where you're going to find out about the food and the rooms and everything else, you could probably quite easily climb a few more places up there and start linking in a way that people are going to be interested in getting involved with. And this is a very, very high turnover business. I mean, the Connaught was a hotel in Mayfair, right? Very nice one, excellent beef Wellington. So yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, I'm literally just sending 100. Nothing serious. I mean, if you've got your own 13 billion AI server kicking in the background with a few graphics cards in, you can do this for free and get a better result. So as I say, okay, currently I'm not tweaking this enough to get much in the way of results from Google, but just in 6 or 7 weeks I've already got results out of Bing. As you can see, best Hyde Park tier, BST Hyde Park tiers, whatever they are. I don't even know what that means. As you can see, I've automated a few replies too. Can you hear outside the O2 Arena? What's going on with the Shard? London Mess, Elite can't consider tourist tax. Those are all fairly hefty searches. And although, okay, it's probably cost, in terms of ChatGPT, it's probably cost $100 to get that far. You can't really complain and not actually having to do any work, because it does do all the posting and the images for you. You don't actually do any of this. I mean, I've just got it querying pexels for a picture, not using AI, just using a search on in the Pexels engine itself, based on the title. And as you can see, it comes up with something at least interesting. And it does the category for me. Like this one's that's doing London pubs at the moment. Actually, sorry, it's doing London at the moment. But as I say, all of that posts automatically. So currently, even though we're witnessing the death of static content in terms of Google, there are still some favourable results to get for very little effort and very little outgoing. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below.